We are a high-mix, low-volume electronics manufacturing facility here in Nairobi, Kenya. Due to the fourth industrial revolution, we are at the point where access to technology and being able to create IP and technology is now at the fingertips of almost everyone in the world. In previous industrial revolutions, this was not the case. IP came from overseas, and we here in Africa were and are consumers and not producers. So we are aiming to change that by solving the problems that we have, creating IP and creating innovation and scaling that innovation across Kenya, East Africa, and across the continent.
So what we have behind here represents quite a shift from the current electronic manufacturing capacity that exists both in the rest of the world and in Africa in general. Most of the electronic equipment we have all been made mostly in China and US and European countries. In Africa, such kind of capacity only exists in South Africa and maybe North Africa. And most of those, other than South Africa, which has a local market, the rest are for supplying the Middle East and Europe. Why we will be able to produce electronic products that initially support the Kenyan market, but we are better placed to utilize existing resources and capacity to be able to supply the rest of Africa. And I'm talking starting from mid-Southern Africa going out to the West Africa, because none of this capacity exists, which means we can touch the lives of innovators, of local consumers across all these markets. And the most important aspect to add on to that is it's not just about duplicating electronic products that exist in the market. It's about creating our customized innovations that are unique to us that solve African problems.
We are actually very excited to be able to work with Gearbox Europlacer for the manufacturing in Kenya of our controllers for our solar water pump irrigation system.
Today here we are looking at the energy logger that we've designed and going to put in the market very soon. It's a device for acquiring energy data from a meter and providing it in a dashboard on the cloud, doing analytics. So we're using it in the SMT line here to monitor how energy is being used on a day-to-day basis, so that we can match the energy being used to the production that's happening. And that way you're able to see more clearly where the energy is going.
Ever since I was a small kid, I've always had an interest in electronics. A Gearbox Europlacer has actualized my dream of becoming an electronics engineer. What inspires me about Gearbox Europlacer and the electronics manufacturing capability we have here is the fact that we are able to actualize many innovations and ideas from other innovators like myself and young engineers who are yet to graduate from college.
My main focus at Gearbox is to design and fabricate PCB boards. The good thing about having a local electronic manufacturing plant is that for us young professionals and young engineers who are joining the workplace, we get a hands-on and one-on-one interaction with the whole PCB and electronic process of manufacturing.
I must confirm that it's really exciting to have local electronic manufacturing capacity locally. For one reason that I have seen so many makers and so many startups with very brilliant ideas, but once they go past prototyping and proof of concept, they have to go all the way to China, others to South Africa, seeking for manufacturing capacities. With the capacity that we currently have at Gearbox, we will be able to jump in and help so many of these makers, especially those who are still manufacturing some small quantities of circuit boards, maybe to just test out the market.
To you, fellow Kenyan, kama uko na idea fiti ambao unaona tunaweza actualize that will help us kufikia level ya the rest of the world, just come to us at Gearbox Europlacer. We'll help you, help us, and help us help you, and we'll move forward as a country like that. Kwani ni kesho.